What's the worst date you've ever been on?
In a former life, I was a bartender. Pulling guys for dates is like the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So one week I'm working. I think this guy is really cute. We're chatting a bunch, so he leaves his number on the receipt. So I end up texting him and we go out. I had a great time, thought everything went super well, but he never texted back.
Yeah.
Next week, same thing happens. Meet a guy at the bar, we're chatting. He's not as cute as the first guy. We still aren't gonna say no to anyone just based on looks, because he could have been like the love of my life. We go out and I go to this bar that I know the owner at. Grab a couple drinks, we're having a good time. Conversation isn't like flowing as much as with the first guy, but like we're still enjoying ourselves. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the first guy walk right by with a friend. He like turns around. And I'm looking at him, he's looking at me,
Oh, God.
he laughs, and then he turns to his friend, they whisper to each other. So I'm like, oh my God, I need to get out of this. Like, how do I stop this date from happening anymore? So I go inside, and I know the owner there, so I'm like, hey, you won't believe what just happened. I tell him everything. He's like, okay, girl, you need a drink. Takes 2 shots of Jameson, puts them on the bar, and I'm like, all right, 1, 2, we're good. I get back outside, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so much more drunk than I thought I was. 20 minutes later, and I'm like telling this one guy, I'm like, oh my God, so sorry. My roommate's having problems at home. Like, I have to get back and help her. And he's like, no worries. Like, so sweet. Couldn't have been a nicer guy about it. Then I end up getting home and drunk texting the first guy that I went out with. That's where I'm the problem. I do that, meet up with him and his friend at a bar that night. I sit down at the table and his friend goes, so how was your date earlier? And the guy that I'm sitting next to, that I'd gone out with a week prior, was like, yeah, how was that?
Did you ever talk to him again?
Talk? No, but guess who had their company happy hour at the bar I bartended at about a year later?